How much are you worth? That is a question that at some point we will all have to answer. Whether you're a college student looking for scholarship money, a professional athlete looking for a contract extension, or just a regular wage earner looking for a wage increase, at some point the question will be posed, how much are you worth? But what we must understand is that no one will ever pay us what we think we are worth. They will only pay us what they think we are worth based off what we show them. The good part is we get to show them how much we think we're worth by our self-esteem. Self-esteem is defined as a confidence in one's own ability or worth. But I like to think of self-esteem as an outward display of our inward emotions about ourselves. When I was in high school and in college, I ran track, and track was the thing that I did. It was my sport. And whenever I came to a track meet, I never thought that I would leave a loser. Inwardly, I always thought that I would win the race. So I exuded that confidence externally. So when I walked up to the line, the way I carried myself at the meet, the way I came into the meet, the way I prepared for the race, I prepared like I was going to win. I prepared like there was no one that was going to beat me. And it's not because I was the fastest person on the team or the fastest person in the race or the fastest person in the world. It was just that I had a confidence in my ability and I had a different mindset. As a competitor, I never thought that there would be anyone who could out-compete me. When I stepped on the track, when we stepped in between the lines and the gun fired, we entered into my world, and I refused to be embarrassed. And that's the confidence we have to exude whenever we're in any part of our lives. Whenever we're looking for how much are we worth, we have to be confident in what we bring to the table and the abilities that we have, and then everyone else will think of us like that, and they will picture us as we picture ourselves, or however we carry ourselves. If we carry ourselves as losers, then everyone's going to think of us as a loser. But the first step to having successful self-esteem is to love oneself. Love is the greatest determination of worth in the human brain. When we love something, it easily becomes the most valuable thing to us. Parents keep pictures and homemade cards because of the sentimental value, because the person who gave it to them is someone that they love. We want to make our parents happy because we love them. We want to keep our boyfriend, our girlfriend, our wife, or our spouse happy because we love them. We want to protect our kids because we love them. Love determines how much we value something. So when we love ourselves, we instantly become the most important thing to us. We instantly become valuable. We instantly become high on the chart, on the hierarchy of the things that we value. And I'm not saying that we become conceited or egotistical, but in order to be successful, we have to be the most important thing. Secondly, we have to be realist. In order to fully know your worth and display it, you have to be real with yourself. You can't tell yourself you're doing a good job when you know that you're doing a bad job, or you know you need to work harder. We have to be real when we drop the ball, when we're not living up to our potential, when we've strayed from the course. We have to be real with ourselves in order to correct that. Before we can fix the problem, we must first admit that there is a problem. Lastly, we have to be comfortable in our own skin. Probably the most important part to a positive self-esteem is being true to who you are. The number one flaw of any unsuccessful person is they are not being true to who they are. They have lost their identity. They try to change and adapt to the situation and to the people around them, and that puts us in a very dangerous game, especially when you're going off to college or in your professional world and try to adapt to things around you and blend in with the crowd. Then you're taken away from your character and doing things that you normally would not do. Life is conquered by those who are bold enough to stand out and be who they are regardless of the situation. When we try to blend into everything, we lose who we are as a person. And when we have no identity in ourselves, we try to find it in other people, other things, other hobbies. Then we come into unhealthy relationships, unhealthy habits, unhealthy lifestyles. That's where all the problems begin to form and begin to start. When we lose who we are as a person, our identity, we don't know who we are, then we try to find that elsewhere, except in the place it should be. And then we get into a whole mess of problems that we should not be in. It all starts with us. We have to be in love with who we are and unapologetic and about our boldness and confidence, and then we'll be on the path to greatness. Say what you want about LeVar Ball. Like, I know a lot of people hate him, but LeVar loves himself. He is very bold and very unapologetic of who he is. He's going to be the same loud person in whatever crowd that he's in, because that's just who he is. He doesn't have to try to change or blend into anything that's not him. So, LeVar has it figured out. He's selling shoes for $495. His kid ain't even made it to the league yet. You have to be willing to be yourself regardless of the situation. You have to love who you are in order to express your true meaning, your true purpose, in order to express your true value. If you don't know how much you're worth, then no one is going to give you that worth. Thank you, guys.